What's up, everybody? Crash here. Welcome back to Crash Against the Spread, where we talk about sports from a betting perspective. It is Sunday, December 22nd, and we have some NFL to talk about today. We are coming off a bad day yesterday. Pretty much almost swept the board the negative way, but we did hit the Penn State pick and lost every other pick. So there will be days like that, but we'll run through it real quick, see where we messed up. Tennessee, Ohio State. I took underdogs in college football, so except for Penn State. I didn't trust SMU to stand up to Penn State, and I was right. I had it wrong in the video on my final pick list, but none of you made it all the way through the video anyway. So it did have a lot of views yesterday, of course, on the day that I go 1-4, but it is what it is. Clemson almost got there with the 13.5. They lost by 14. Baltimore rolled over on Pittsburgh. First time Lamar Jackson actually played the Steelers in Baltimore in front of the fans, which was a weird stat. So he showed out. Actually, the team showed out. He didn't really, looking at my fantasy score, he didn't really do too much. Tennessee lost to Ohio State 42-17. Houston couldn't cover the 3.5 with Kansas City. I think C.J. Stroud was a little shaken after Tank Dell went down, so couldn't really get on the right side of that. So with the Houston thing and the Clemson, we could have easily been 3-2. So it is what it is. On to today, we have NFL slate to talk about. Not my favorite slate, honestly. This late in the season, teams playing a little differently than they did in the start. We got a lot of division games. Not really my favorite card, but I will go through what I like. In first game up, I like the Eagles against the Commanders. I think the Commanders still play good ball, but they've been trending in the wrong direction. And I think the Eagles have a goal, have a plan, and now that they know how to use Saquon Barkley with the rest of their team, all they're doing is closing out games. So I'm going to trust the Eagles to cover this 4 points. I know it's a divisional game. I know they've already beaten the Eagles or the Commanders this season. They're on the road now, and this might be a spot where the Commanders can cover. That's why the number's at 4. But I'm going to trust the Eagles to cover the 4, close out the game properly. Cardinals, Panthers. I kind of like the Cardinals. I just don't like it at 5. I wish the number was a little shorter. I'm not sure if I'll get there with that one. Lions and the Bears. I like the Lions. I'm not sure if Caleb Williams is broken or not. That's 8 straight losses, and the body language is telling. So I'd be on the Lions. I know the Bears are at home. I know it's pretty much 7 points. We're asking them to not lose by, and they covered 3-point spread last time, I believe, in Detroit. But I still like the Lions. Caleb Williams is going to have to prove that he's mentally prepared for this game, and I think the Lions are still on the mission. So, Lions minus the 6.5. Patriots, Bills. Kind of like the Bills. That number's too big, but we've seen the Bills blow out many teams this year and not take their foot off the gas. So, if anything, I'd be betting the Bills. I don't doubt that Drake May and Gerard Mayo could cover this 14-point spread, but you probably have to show me. So I'm not sure if I'll bet it. I doubt I'll bet it, actually. So, do what you want with that. Take the 14 if you want. 49ers at the Dolphins. Leaning 49ers. I know they're missing running backs. Dolphins have Waddle missing. This is probably a stay-away game for me also. Not sure what either of these teams really want to do. I don't think either of these teams might be in the playoffs this year. So, not really sure what they're playing for. Not really sure how they're playing. I think I'm going to stay off this one also. I do like the Bucs against the Cowboys, though, for the late game. Cowboys have won a couple games recently. They beat the Commanders in a good game in Washington. They beat the Giants. They beat the Panthers. But they've lost to the Bengals, the Texans, the Eagles, the Falcons, the 49ers, the Lions all before that. So They did beat the Steelers back at the beginning of October, but beating your two division opponents, which you're supposed to do, and winning against Carolina doesn't convince me that you're able to beat this Bucks team that's surging. So, with the number 3.5, I think I'm going to put a small play in on the Bucks. Yeah, that's the slate for today. Saints Packers is tomorrow. Probably lean on the Saints at 14. Kind of same thing with the Patriots Bills. Like, I think the Packers can probably win this game by 2 touchdowns, but getting a full 2 touchdowns, Spencer Rattler seeming to come into a little rhythm. I'd rather be on that side and be disappointed if my team loses than bet the Packers and my team end up killing my bet. So I think that's why I'm going to go tomorrow. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. See if the number changes a little bit. But that's all I'm going to be on today. Go ahead, lock those in. That's all I'm going to be on today. Go ahead, lock that in. Let's get this money, and we'll be back tomorrow to talk some more sports. I'll see you then.